Oh, I'm Coach Zan. This is the Put Me In Coach Zan podcast. Thank you so much for being here. Man, I'm excited about today's topic. It's good stuff. I get asked it all the time, so I'm happy we are finally here. Spirituality or religion? Have you been asked that before? It can't just be me. Like, so are you more religious or spiritual then? Are you more religious or are you more spiritual? So that means you're more spiritual. Or I don't know why people always rock their shoulders on the spiritual or religious, but they do. But spirituality or religion, and it was funny yesterday. Actually, before you get that, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Put me in, Coach Zan. Love y'all. Let's continue. Yesterday, I was out, and as many people as I could see, I asked them the same question: spirituality and religion. It is crazy how many people said spirituality. Why, when we all grew up with religion? It's what helped me. It taught me so much. I grew up in the South, man. Call that the Bible Belt. All right? You learned everything. Great people. But then I also hear some pretty crazy stories that happen around religion. It's insane, actually, the things that people go through around religion. So it makes sense. It makes perfectly sense. Shit, I'm not religious because of Donald Trump. I was like, they used to say Republicans were or the Christian party. I don't know how a party can be Christian. That makes no sense. All right, so it's my fault for even buying to that. I didn't buy into that ever, but if this is what you represent, you're going to talk about it, then be about it, right? And as soon as Donald Trump comes down that gaudy escalator, first thing is like spearing hatred against the Latino community, against, I'm not sure if that's correct or incorrect, I apologize, but just spewing hatred. And what I do know is that God is love. So to speak hatred and to act as if you have anything to do with God, love, or Jesus can't be right. Can't be right. That's not, I don't know what y'all believe in, but I don't. I know I don't believe in hatred because my God is a God of love. My God is love, and love is my God. So I get all the problems people have with religion. I really do. It makes complete sense, actually. That's why so many fights have always gone on. I get why people don't like religion. But isn't all religion, if God is love, love is God, religion is just the path back to love and righteousness. That's all it's searching for. That's what it's here. So it's a path back to love. I guess I can't get mad at anyone for being lost on the path. I mean, who's perfect? Who loves first? I say that's the difference between Jesus and everyone else. Jesus loved first. It was his first option. And I'm not saying Jesus wasn't a Christian. He was a Jew, and Christianity was made after, of course. But it's the study of whatever. Not whatever. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Jesus. I'll put it like this. I do not submit to religion. Or I do not subscribe to religion. Excuse me, I do not subscribe to religion. I don't think religion cares what I do, but I do not subscribe to religion. But I do subscribe to Jesus Christ. I do subscribe and submit completely to Jesus Christ. All right, so let me say that one more time. I do not subscribe to religion, but in all fairness, I will tell you this now. I do subscribe and submit fully to Jesus Christ and his teachings because he just taught me so much. So yesterday when I was doing this poll of spirituality or religion, and all those people who said spirituality, my friend Kanai, what he said was there's just too many things that first thing he said was life is just better when you believe in something greater than you. I'm like, wow, it really is better when you believe something is greater than you. I don't drink, but when I don't go to these now. But when I started, I'm not sure if I went to AA before. I don't now, but I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say any of that. Either way, when it comes to AA, they say you can't do it without a higher power. You know, you can't let go with a higher power, which I actually do believe. Like, What reason do I have not to drink if God wasn't promising more or didn't have more for me? That's why I don't drink, and I don't have to go to meetings. I just know I have other things to do, and I trust God. But spirituality. Wait, are we on religion still? Are we on spirituality or religion? I'm gonna let this ambulance go by while I think about spirituality or religion. So I'm talking to Kanai. He said just something, knowing that something is out there. Ambulance is gone. Good. You know those coincidences in your life that you just can't let down? Just start thinking about them. Could it be that person you met at that perfect time, that job you got, that friend who called, those random things, objects that may have came into your life? Or you could be wise and just think that the sheer idea of you being here and living here on a floating rock, and there are no coincidences, and you're supposed to be here and you are loved. That's enough to make me believe that there's something greater out there. And we're all looking for it. When I was younger, and again, thank God the religious folks with good hearts. When I was younger, used to hear a lot like God will get to everyone or everyone will be judged, and I'm like, how? If everyone doesn't hear us or doesn't go to this church for sure, and what about people in faraway countries? How? And maybe is it spirituality that's how? It's because just because you're not maybe haven't opened up a book or been in a specific church, maybe spirituality is the coincidence that God still loves you and is searching for you in a relationship with you. Maybe spirituality is the present moment or relationship you have with that higher power. Now, we can fight all day. We can fight all day about spirituality or religion. But I believe both are a path to love. Another person who said spirituality, said there's just so many, there's thousands of them. How can one be out there? How can I choose just one? And they're all just a story of love. And so why when love encompasses all, when love is God and God is love, if love encompasses all, why need to be so specific? Go to one side or the other, one religion or the other. It's like to have to be so specific with that is like have to be particular when it comes to the LGBTQ plus. All right, love everyone, and so absolutely everyone. So when you say he or pronouns, right? He, her, she, they. It's all a story of love. You can be mad about it, be harsh, hit it from one angle or the other, see it as somebody who's using it correctly, as somebody who doesn't use it incorrectly. It's all a story of love and how to get back to it. All the confusion that we have in both spirituality and religion is a story of love. I told you this story of love and just coincidences. I got in a spiritual downfall. I had to help save a lady. She was about to jump off a building at my job a couple months back. So I picked her up, saved her, and I started reading a spiritual book. So I'm reading a spiritual book by the beach, not like right after, like, oh, glad you're safe. I'm back to my book. No. Saved her, and then the next day, I'm like, I need to walk. So I walked with the book. It's a very spiritual book on death and the supernatural world. And a great Christian mentor came and says, I get that. I don't even know if he's Christian, but he's wise. What he said was, I love that and all this I'm studying and all the knowledge I have, but Jesus is also the king of that world as well. I'm like, that makes sense. That makes sense because one who's come to Jesus, I get any mistrust you have with the church is what I want to say, or religion. I understand that. But you can trust love. It's like me growing up, there's, of all the darkness and things you see, which there was plenty, the things you can trust and that truly loved you. Jesus truly loved you. Jesus truly loved us. Jesus truly died for us. Jesus came to give us life and life more abundantly. To be that love, to be that representation, that understanding, those breadcrumbs back to love and righteousness. So what I was saying, if you choose spirituality or religion or spirituality, all I'll say right now is that Jesus is the answer to both of them. If you're religious, follow Jesus. And I can only say this because so much of my knowledge and what I know and how I've grown and how to deal with things has been taught by Jesus. Spirituality, because of all the questions, all the universe, all there is to understand and to never be understood, Jesus is the answer to every single question you have. Of letting go, of love, of peace, of pain, of patience. That's a lot of peace. Please listen. What I'm beginning to believe and will continue to sound out through this, to sound out and scream out through every platform I am blessed with, is that Jesus is the answer to both spirituality and religion. Guys, this is a part 1. I just decided this is a part 1. There's so much to dive into. That's if you're spiritual. That's if you're religious. If you want the love and the freedom and the provision and the peace, got some more peace, that comes on the other side of this, tune into the next episode and listen to Jesus. Love you all. Again, make sure you like, subscribe, follow. Thank you so much. Part 2 coming out next week. Spirituality or religion. We're going to talk more about Jesus' teachings, about free thoughts, free thinkers' teachings, and then what does it look like for you and how some of you may be struggling. Might be bring some people on to help out. See you next week. Love you all.